Hey guys, welcome back to the tuning series. Today I'm not sure how I'm going to explain this, but we're gonna just roll with it and hope that it works lol. But anyways, there's not a planned car, we're going to pick a car that's front engine rear wheel drive and do a high horsepower build. Let's go. Alright, so here's the garage, and what I'm going to do is search for a car on the auction house for less than 50,000 credits, buy it, then we'll do this build. That'll work. Actually a pretty nice color too. Just in case they added any tuning. Alright, so we're going to do this kinda quickly. Make sure that you have watched the first episode of the series because a lot of tuning can start from the basics, and I'm not going to repeat myself too much in this series, but we'll talk about why I'm choosing these parts and how I'm going about this. So let's start with conversions. We want to see about engine swapping or adding a turbo/supercharger. So we're going for a somewhat crazy build, but from experience the 6.2-liter V8 is the best engine for this. The LS is very good for drifting because of the way it puts the power to the ground and how much power it can make. Also we're keeping this rear wheel drive, but then we'll put on the turbos and we'll head to Drivetrain, then to platform and handling, then tires. Remember, we're doing a somewhat high horsepower build, so we have a power goal in mind for when we are choosing our tires. But then we'll head to engine to reach that power. Now I'm going to choose a big tire, even though I don't think we're going to need this big of a tire. But I want to show you guys the reason you should come back to upgrades if you spend some time tuning and it just doesn't feel right. Parts and upgrades is the bulk of a build. The tuning gives it precision also despite not needing it. I've also upgraded the front tires. In Forza you really don't need to do this, it just makes you unsmooth, but upgrading your front tires increases responsiveness. And I would advise staying away from front tire upgrades unless it feels unresponsive, but for demonstration purposes I'm doing it. Okay, I was aiming for 800 horsepower and we got 801, so that's about perfect. Now this is the low end of a high horsepower build in my opinion, but we'll be coming back to this. Also, as you seen, I upgraded the turbos. We'll talk about turbos in a little bit. Now my base tune is going to remain similar but not exact. Because we have so much horsepower we will want more grip, so we're going to lower the tire pressure again. But this time we might even end up on 15 psi. Follow along if you're building this with me. Also this tune will be shared. If you're wondering, my right bumper is broken currently, that's why I'm using the mouse to go through these pages. Okay, as you can see, we're already having some turbo lag issues. Now when you have turbo lag issues, it's fairly simple to fix. It's either you move your gears to speed, or you lose some grip. Turbo cars are kind of tricky to tune, but the power you get with a turbo is great. So second gear I feel should be that low speed stuff, and we're stalling when the motor goes below 4000 rpm, which is understandable with the turbo, so let's fix that with gearing. You move your gears to acceleration, I meant. Don't question it, there's a lot to think about while making this series, lol.
Arena here with the best thing to hit Mexico since street food, skill songs. Show us hot and spicy skills for double scores, double lime, ooh, double butter. All right, now I'm hungry. Someone get me something.
Okay, as you can see, I'm not getting much angle even with 800 horsepower and torque. Also I'm kinda twitchy in the corners. That's because of this big tires. Now there is two options again. I can either one lose grip via the tuning, I can stiffen the suspension, I can add more air into the tires, I can add more camber and toe, or two, I can remove a tire upgrade. That can be either width or compound. Sometimes you might be better with going from sport tires to street tires, or from drift tires to street tires, possibly stock, but I would suggest starting with tire width. So I'm going to remove a tire width, and we're going to try it again when I'm out of the shop. Real quickly to show you, I changed my tune and wheel drift to show you the angle and speed, then I'll put it back and go back into the shop and change the tires.
Arrived at your destination.
Now my fifth gear felt a little off. I feel like I should be able to get into fifth gear right there, so I'll adjust fifth and sixth gear. Remember to keep your gear ratios somewhat consistent in the board. That is how I do all of my tuning. We're not done yet. I want to show you the difference between something high horsepower and properly tuned and something high horsepower and not properly tuned.
400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
I talked to Haley, and she's totally cool with us hitting drift zones all day. Apparently, this is marketing. Who knew?
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
As you can see, this is still driftable, it's just harder to and not as smooth. So to reinforce it, upgrades are the bulk of the car. Tuning makes it precise and controllable. That is why tuning is important, that is why we tune our cars. Tuning brings out 90% more ability in the car without adjusting your tune and creating your own tuning style for drifting. You wouldn't be able to reach total control of your car. Now then, let's tune this Supra to finish this video, because this is a really high horsepower car and I want you to see just how I deal with it, and treat this as a 6-speed transmission. I know it has 10 gears, don't mind that.
arrived at your destination.
This is something we haven't had yet, which is good, so it feels like when I enter the corner my initial entry was oversteering too much, it would want to go sideways too quickly. That is why I'm softening the rear anti-roll bar. Also I felt a little unsmooth in the mid corner, so I'll stiffen the front spring.
You will arrive at your destination. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Alright, again the tunes in this video are shared. Also I have been making a lot of racing tunes as well, and the next video will go into racing. We'll come back to drifting, we'll do low and high horsepower all-wheel drive drift cars, but seeing as many people don't like all-wheel drive much anymore, I'm saving the best for last, Kappa. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Have a great day/night and make sure to sub for more drifting videos like this. Also make sure to leave any questions about tuning in the comments of the video, and I will either try to explain it into the comments or I will make you a dedicated video on that topic. Also we'll have a playlist for the series so you can watch the videos in order as they're released. Have a good one.